Chapter 2, Your Journey. So where does it begin? The shocking reality that confronts us at the outset is simply this: you and I in the global West are not what we should be. To peel back our perfectly presented selves, to strip away the well-managed and manicured facade, reveals our spirit. And I fear when we do, what we discover is shocking to the core. Impoverished, anemic, diseased, pitiful, poor and naked. And the worst of it, we are for the most part entirely unaware. We don't even know it. We look good in this world, but none of that matters. What we are in this world is passing away. By the end of this book, I will have prosecuted the case that this is not what was intended. We were created to be warriors, nobility, masters, leaders, each a weapon in God's hand. But how many of us measure up to this calling? Rather than a warrior, we're on the couch. Rather than wielding our weapon, we wield the TV remote, the game controller, and our mobile phone. What do we got to show for our life? Spiritually distracted, discouraged, and ineffective, we're almost dead on our feet. We are in desperate danger of falling asleep at the wheel. Far be it from me to pretend to be a prophet, but even I, as blind as I am, can see a winter season almost upon us. There is torrential rain on the horizon, and the roar of fire and water is on the wind. Perhaps this book is the final call, the final slap in the face, our last chance. Revelation chapter 3, verse 14 to 18 of the NIV, the words of Jesus. These are the words of the Amen, the faithful and true witness, the ruler of God's creation. I know your deeds, that you are neither hot nor cold. I wish you were either one or the other. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth. You say, I am rich, I have acquired wealth, and I do not need a thing. But you do not realize you are wretched, pitiful, poor, blind, and naked. I counsel you to buy from me gold refined in the fire, so you can become rich, and white clothes to wear, so you can cover your shameful nakedness, and salve to put on your eyes, so you can see. You are worth more than you know. Your destiny is more than has ever entered your mind. Here in this book are the words of God, a salve so that perhaps at this last hour you can finally start to see the world around you. You must wake yourself up and get in the fight, or as fodder for the fire you will not stand at all. I'm so sorry to be so abrupt and abrasive at the start. It's a rude way to start, and we've hardly even got to know each other. But the stakes are high, and I'm convinced of what I have to show you. Every minute counts. So if you're still with me, let's begin. From here on in, I want you to consider both the natural and the supernatural, but from the supernatural perspective. I expect that exploring things from the supernatural perspective will help you think about yourself from an objective viewpoint. It'll help you consider the spiritual implications of your own actions and choices from an indirect and less directly confronting position. It'll help you read the scriptures and understand your story within them. Every occurrence in this world unfolds according to laws that operate, for the most part, at a level where they're neither seen nor understood by the people they govern. In the supernatural world, these laws are seen and understood. These laws are somewhat like gravity, invisible yet unbreakable, predictable in that they always work, yet mysterious because we can't see the mechanics behind them. So what are these laws? What is the supernatural world? And how does it all work together? I'm glad you asked, because this is where we begin.